Welcome back to another episode of Master to Thrive. I am your host, Sarah Akello. Good morning. Today we look at recognizing slackness and getting rid of it in delivering our duties. One way of measuring our personal effectiveness is in diligently performing duties ascribed to us. We must endeavour to allow no slackness in performing them. During the Stone Age, man's duties were mainly comprised of hunting and gathering meat, edible fruits, and vegetables. As long as they fended for their daily food, that was their major duty. The children went to no school. But as time progressed, hunted and gathered food became scarce. Then man had to get into farming, which gave him more food, yet more duties to perform. Farming became laborious. Hence, man thought further and created machinery to make not just farming easy, but every aspect of his life. With continued passage of time, the paradox between man having less duties and the advancement of technology has got into even more complexity. The more the changes we experience, the more the duties needing our attention. A duty is a moral or legal obligation, or yet a task or action expected of one to perform. Every one of us is expected to carry out duties relevant to us at the stage, level, or point in time of life that we are in. As young ones, we fulfill getting educated and obeying and supporting the older ones. And as grown-ups, we fulfill family, work, business, and community responsibilities. But why is the world we live in full of works or tasks neglected because of unfulfilled duties? What goes haywire when a person is already involved in carrying out duties but then slacken? And how can we help ourselves become more effective? Remember, the call to duty is 100% personal responsibility. We cannot leave it to others to fulfill on our behalf. We all subject ourselves to the scrutiny of compliance by looking at the following. Self-awareness. This is a leading skill that will always put us in the spotlight to assess how well we perform against our personal capabilities. Our duties are first to self. If we stay proactive in taking care of our intellectual, physical, emotional, social, and spiritual well-being, we are then able to extend the same to our surrounding. We cannot give what we don't have. Once we carry out duties to ourselves, we cannot stay away from carrying out duties assigned to us, oblivious of ourselves. Because when we are self-aware, our outlined duties are forever present and we get inclined to perform them. We will always work so hard to ensure we deliver. No one has to point out or remind us about what needs to be done. Self-awareness is what gives us the push and the commitment to stay atop in meeting our obligations. Another, laxity in performing our duties leads us to attracting and staying in what is called comfort zone. When we neglect duties, someone else diligent will perform them, bypassing us. At this point, we relax even further and leave the duties to fulfillment by others. The trap lies in the more we become accustomed to letting or allowing the other to deliver our duties on our behalf. The comfort zone becomes even warmer. Our minds stop engaging and we get blinded to the point we cannot see that what someone is doing on our behalf is what we should be doing. If the mind is not engaged, how can the rest of the body be? Let us kick the blanket off comfort, roll our sleeves, and perform the duties expected of us. Then, there can be times we operate in and through non-supportive systems. They can be government service delivery systems, places of employment, or business sector chains, or even the communities we interact with. Because the systems set in such places are supposed to enable us fulfill our duties, we get frustrated and equally frustrate the people we are meant to serve well. When systems are not supportive, our muscles need to be stronger to enable us put more pressure for the benefit of our individual service delivery to those in need. If our opinions cannot be taken in while in such systems, we can move elsewhere where the environment is friendly to make us do effective service deliveries and perform our duties. When we stay on, it is us who look incompetent, not the non-supportive systems. Let's engage to stand with the truth. There are no two sides to providing great service. This manner of telling the people we serve that, for example, the product they want isn't ready is why we could not serve them well taints our competence to effective duty delivery. Sometimes resources are limited, and when resources are limited, our performance of duties can also get limited. Resources are the materials or tools we must use to enable performance of duties. Resources lack, but duties must be performed. When shortage is contributed to by uncontrollable factors, we may be excused. But shall we surely fold our hands? No. We must recollect ourselves and seek for alternatives. For instance, how do we ensure our family members have food if what we planted got wiped by locust invasion? We shall surely cry for the loss, but our family members shall still wait for food from us. Alternative ways, though not easy to come by, remain the avenues to continue exploring to take food home. We squarely remain responsible. We must incessantly stay proactive in providing solutions that render us fit towards performing our duties. We may also have limited know-how and exposure about how to carry out our duties. It becomes acute when we mostly keep to ourselves. If we operate in systems that provide enabling environment, our capabilities can be enhanced through offered opportunities. On our own initiatives, we need to be found to take responsibility to learn about personal development that increase our senses of responsibilities through relevant books, videos, podcasts, and so on. By observation, we can pick valuable nuggets from people who are very proactive in fulfilling their duties. It is important to keep check of our close associates too. We are the reflection of our very closest. If they diligently perform their duties, we equally will. Usually, there occurs relationship frictions. Disparity in opinions or ways of doing things can lead to laxity in performance of duties. A partner in the relationship can decide to show their back because they are not in good terms with the other partner, thereby neglecting their duties. This is prevalent in family settings. Sadly, this ends up exposing the partner as weak. Performing our duties is irrespective of being in a state of misunderstanding with our partner. The duty still must be performed. Finally, poor strategy on approaches to performance of duties makes us appear more disorganized than we may know. Upon analyzing our responsibilities, we come to terms with the fact that not every duty can or must be performed by us. If we become good strategists, we will be so aware of the duties with the greatest positive impact we should carry out, or delegate so that in the end, no duty is left unattended. In attending to our duties, our value system keeps radiating our self-worth, and we will provide better impact to the communities we live in.